What's going on? Welcome back to the shop here at Ozark Fence. Today we're going to be talking about barbed wire. More specifically, we've got some construction panels that are in here currently that we need to add barbed wire to. So I thought I would show you guys how we add barbed wire to these construction panels. This will also apply to gates and regular chain link fence. I thought I'd show you a couple of the tools that we use and the methods to get the barbed wire on. Let's get into it. So as you can see, we have a couple of different options here for Barb Arms. For this one, because it's a standalone panel or gate, we're going to use this piece of 1 3/8" top rail. This was a piece of top rail, and you can see it's cut off, and we have the swedge end still left on this top rail. We like to keep these for this exact reason, because it comes in handy to be able to put it into the gate. And that little swedge just adds some extra support. So this is going to be our actual barb arm for what we're doing today. So we'll need one on this side and one on the other. These are your traditional barb arms. Most of you who know chain link fence will recognize these. And there's a couple of different types. There's this one, which puts the barbed wire out at a 45-degree angle. And then there's the vertical barb arm to keep your barbed wire in line with the fence. Pros and cons versus both. Well, the 45-degree barb arm discourages people by putting the barbed wire out of line of the fence, and it makes it harder to climb. The vertical one still is tricky to get over and is a good option in some cases. But for today, because we're not actually installing barbed wire on a fence, we're going to be going with this insert option. So as you can see, we already have a panel ready to go. So we're simply going to want a couple of these on each end. For this particular case, we're going to be welding these inserts in. Now, if you don't have a welder, you could use self-tapping screws or drill holes and use a carriage bolt to secure them. But you're going to want a way to put these in here and make sure that they don't come out. So let's go ahead and get one put on each side, and we'll move to the next step. So now that we have these welded on to this panel, we're ready to actually string the barbed wire on. To do that, we have a total of 6 brace bands to fit the right size pipe. And we're going to be putting these on 3 on each side. And then we'll be starting off with the very first strand. And we're going to take the barbed wire, bring it down to the other end and tighten it down there. And then we'll be pulling it back and actually getting it tight with our T-tool. This is something that we make here at Ozark Fence. It's nothing fancy but a letter T, and it has a little slot cut out in it to actually get the barbed wire in here and be able to twist it tight. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Let's go ahead and connect the barbed wire down to the other end. Now that we have the brace bands down here and we have a carriage bolt and nut put onto them, we're simply just going to make a hook with the barbed wire and pretty much just hand tighten this side with a set of pliers. Let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. And that's really all we're doing, is just trying to loop it around the carriage bolt. Now that we have this side secure, let's run back over to the other side and I'll show you what the T-tool does. All right, so now that we have made it to the other end, what I like to do is just pull the barbed wire past the actual barb arm that we've made. And we're just gonna kind of get it hand tight. And then we'll leave ourselves at least 3 inches or so of extra wire. So we'll go ahead and cut this off here, and then we'll create a loop like we did on the other side, right where the carriage bolt is. If you notice too, we have a barb stuck right there. So sometimes that can give you troubles. I like to just peel them off, although you don't have to. Sometimes it will make it easier to get those out of your way. And now that it's out of the way, we're just going to simply look at where it's going and make a little bend in the wire. Throw it around the carriage bolt. And then we're ready for our twist tool. Now they make versions of this that you can buy. We just have always made our own here at Ozark Fence. This is rebar and sucker rod that we stick together. And we have different versions of this. We have long ones for bottom wire, and then we have wide ones for in here in the shop to get good torque for making gates. Let's show you how this works. And just like that, we now have our very first strand tightened. And you want to get it tight to where it's nice and tight, but not overly tightened. The barbed wire can break if you tighten it down too much. Now that we got one strand done, we got two more to go. Let's go ahead and knock those out, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. So hopefully this quick video shows you one way of putting barbed wire on some gates, or in this case, temporary panels. Now this method and technique may not apply to other types of chain link fences, especially the ones with the pre-made barb arms. It's roughly the same idea, just a little bit different process. But this at least gives you an idea of how we get the barbed wire tight and kind of the method to the madness of putting barbed wire on gates. These are just temporary panels for a customer. We have a ton more to make, so we're gonna get back in the shop and keep rolling on these. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this method, and let us know if you'd like to see putting barbed wire on an actual chain link fence out in the field. For now, it's Matt, and we'll catch you in the next one.